Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today, I wish I was working on my truck, but tonight I have found my dad has brought his truck in here, and I've been doing, well, the job I'm doing right now is a spark plug and spark plug wire change. A little backdrop on the problems we've been having with his truck. Right about the time the dog had his surgery, the check engine light come on Dad's truck here, and he kind of ignored it. And then one day he went to fire it up, and it wouldn't fire. And it's actually right outside the shop. So we ended up pushing it in the shop, and like I said, it was after the dog had the surgery, and I really didn't have time to mess with it. I did pull the codes. I got a little Bluetooth OBD2 reader, and I pulled the codes, and there was some rich and lean codes, and then there was a 1682, I believe is what it was, which I guess most of the time is the ignition switch. So I did change that out, but the truck still wouldn't fire. I assumed that the rich and lean codes was because of the 1682 code, messing up the computer. So that's kind of what I assumed. Well, anyway, I couldn't get it figured out, so we had it towed to the GM dealer, and they had it, I don't know, 3 hours or something like that, not very long. They said they had it running, so Dad went and picked it up. The guy said that he had E85 fuel in the tank. That's why it wouldn't run. But I don't know, I'm a little suspicious about that because they only had it, they didn't have the truck very long. If you look on the fuel tank here, it says right here, E85. It says, do not use additives with E85. Or service engine light may turn on. But he didn't put E85 in this truck. This truck has never had E85. The only way E85 could have got in the tank there is if the gas station messed up and put E85 in one of the other tanks. So we were baffled with that, but happy that the truck was running again. So I don't know what it's been now, a week, maybe a week or so, and I guess he said the check engine light come on again. Went back to the same dealer, and the dealer run the codes or whatever, said there was rich and lean codes on it. So he suggested we do the spark plugs and plug wires. So that's where we are today. Yeah, I'm not real sure what went on. I don't know if the dealer actually fixed it, if there was really E85. This truck is supposed to be able to run an E85. So anyway, I am halfway done, actually over halfway done. I got the driver's side completed. New spark plugs, new wires. Hopefully this is going to take care of the problem. Truck's got 180 some thousand miles on it. Here are the old wires. This is 3 from the passenger side. I got 1 more to get out. Spark plugs. Now, taking out the spark plugs, this could be the problem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to show up or not, but oh, there you go. I mean, you can see the electrode on them spark plugs is completely gone. I'm really not even sure how this truck was even running. I'll give you an example of what it's supposed to look like there. Yeah, it's supposed to have an electrode right there. And I know these spark plugs are, I guess, supposed to be rated for like 100,000 miles, but I guess 180 might be pushing it. So I'm changing them out here. I really don't know what to say about a spark plug job. You pull them out, you put them back in. I put a little anti-seize, a small amount of anti-seize on the threads. I guess you want to check your gap, make sure your gap is right. But I guess from what I understand, they kind of pre-gap them now. Put a little dielectric grease on the spark plug wires. So I guess one other thing that would be really helpful with this job that I seem to be struggling with is to get these wires off. I've been using a wrench, a big old vice grip, I guess is what it would be, and I've been just kind of grabbing a hold of them guards and pulling them out. But I wish I would have just. I thought we had one. I would have picked up a spark plug pliers, so that you can grab a hold of your wires and twist them and get them to come off. I'm kind of squishing the metal thing, but I just use the wrench and reform them. No big deal. They're just protectors from the heat from the manifolds. But yeah, guys. Oh, I guess another tip on spark plugs is I always thread these in by hand, or I start them by hand. I would not recommend going in there with a wrench and starting them. If you cross thread the holes, I mean, you're screwed. I mean, you pretty much got to take your motor apart to fix that. So I always start my spark plugs by hand to make sure I'm not cross-threading, especially with these aluminum-headed motors. I can't stress that enough, I guess, on a spark plug job. But anyway, guys, I can't really go in here and show you anything because the motor's so dang tight. I wouldn't get any decent footage anyway. But like I said, I almost got this side. I got one more spark plug wire to get, and then pull the spark plugs out. On these newer trucks, a lot of times you can pull out the inner fender and get to them a lot easier. I was able to do this driver's side without doing that, but you can see Dad brings this truck here just full of mud, and taking that inner liner out would, I don't know, it's probably would be the easier way to do it. But I've been doing it from the top side here, and yeah. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to continue with this side, and I'll be back. So I finally said uncle on this side, and I pulled the inner liner out. Actually gave me a chance to use some of my new panel removal tools, and this tool right here really come in handy. I'll link that. So you guys can check that out, but that one really came in handy for getting these clips off here. But anyway, you can see with this fender out, the spark plug wires and stuff are right there. It's a lot easier to do that, but these newer trucks, they really have a ton of clips and everything holding these inner liners on. So I mean, working from the top, working from here, probably takes about the same amount of time. I was having trouble with these two back here. I just couldn't get the right angle on my arm because of this air conditioning deal and the lines and stuff that was coming off it. I just couldn't bend my arm like that, and I've been having trouble with my shoulder too. So I just said I'll just take the time and I'll get this inner liner out of my way. But anyway, I've got them all in there. Everything's done now. I just got to get this inner liner back in, and the job will be done. Okay, so that's a wrap. everything's back together. I did fight with 2 bolts down there. They were a little rusty to get the inner fender off. Fire it up here. Check engine light still on. Seems like it might be idling a little high. I noticed the exhaust manifold. I thought I heard an exhaust leak. The rear bolt is broken on the exhaust manifold. So yeah, I can see it's leaking too. There's black around it. I guess it's idling down now, but yeah, hopefully this fixes the problem. I don't know if it's running. Doesn't really seem like it's running that smooth, but hard to tell with that exhaust. I got a factory exhaust from another truck. I think we're gonna put on this truck because it's just that one that it was on, it's all rotted and it drones in the cab. It's just terrible. But I got to get this thing on the hoist, and Dad never gives the truck up until it stops running. So hopefully that'll happen someday. But anyway, I guess that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you get some pointers or whatever and it helps somebody out. I'll see you.